As for interviews, I have had experiences interviewing for data scientist roles, software engineering roles, data engineering roles, machine learning engineering roles, and deep learning engineering roles. So I can try to break this down in terms of my experiences and how the interviewing process kind of looks like. And maybe I can kind of offer some resources that you can use to get started on your preparation. And then later on, I'm also happy to answer any questions and also go deeper into any subtopics that you guys want as well. Yeah. So first, for data scientist interviews, typically there are 4 components that I've identified that these interviews mainly comprise of. There's data manipulation, product sense, probability and statistics, and machine learning. The first 2 components are usually asked by pretty much all companies for data scientist positions, in my experience. The third and fourth topics, probability and stats and machine learning, can depend upon the particular company and the kind of position they may have. For data manipulation, there are a lot of great resources available online where you can practice data manipulation questions in like Python or SQL, like Pandas for Python, and like those are like the most used kind of tools to do that. And you can use like SQL Zoo and W3 Schools. At least those were the resources that I utilized a lot. And you can like actually practice questions on their interface, and you can also see what the answer looks like. And there are some other subtopics and concepts as well, like joins, windows functions, aggregations. And I can also go deeper into that later on if needed. Yeah, I feel like those resources were pretty helpful. For product sense, it's kind of more open-ended. And for that, I would kind of recommend either kind of getting to know any previous questions that may have been asked in interviews, maybe using Glassdoor or something. One could also watch YouTube videos of like mock interviews being conducted for data scientist positions and how the product sense or the strategy or the situational kind of component looks like, and also talk to the recruiters on what the process may look like for those kinds of components. This can be anything related to designing particular metrics to track the health and success of a product, diagnosing any failures or any issues, or drops in engagement and things like that. Yeah. The third component is probability and statistics. For that, I think they ask like Bayesian stats and like different kinds of probability questions. I don't exactly know why, because I'm not sure how much Bayesian stats is actually used in the real world, but that's what they seem to do. And there's also like expected value and distributions and those kinds of things. I feel like Math 183 is extremely useful, and I think that's a mandatory requirement for all the data science majors. So that can definitely be utilized as well. And there might be some questions available online. And finally, there's, what was the other thing? Yeah, machine learning, yeah. So for machine learning, there are a lot of like cheat sheets available online on websites like Medium or Towards Data Science. I usually kind of go through those cheat sheets because they seem to have a lot of like aggregated information about different machine learning concepts, bias variance trade-offs, algorithms, and things like that. So you can go over that as well. So that's a data scientist interview.